Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Be sure to make your comment down below because we're giving away an Eachine Novice 4 this month very soon, guys. Get in on that. Subscribe and make your comment, and that'll get you entered into our contest coming up. So we're going to give that away free shipping to your door. It comes with everything in the box, including the Eachine Novice 4 with GPS. It's a 4-inch quad. You can also put a GoPro on it or any type of action camera. And it comes with a Radiomaster TX12 radio, a charger, and some other accessories in the case. So we're gonna ship that to one lucky subscriber on our channel. Free shipping to your door for the winner. We already sent out the Insta360 Go and the Cinewhoop Firefly last month. So get in on this month's drawing. It's coming up very soon. Comment on any video from July 2021 and you can get into this contest coming up. So yeah, really awesome. But what's also awesome is the fact that I have something new here from Hglrc. This is a 3-inch Racewhoop. This is different than what we've seen in the past with the Cinewhoop series, the 3-inch Cinewhoop series. It still sells. People still buy them. They're good acro trainers if you get something like the Hglrc RC Crown. And this one comes along from somebody named Freezillion, in collaboration with our guys over at Hglrc. This is really cool. I have to say, like, 2 thumbs up to Freezillion for this duck design and this quad design. This is extremely cool. It's almost indestructible. If you break this, I would love to know if you broke this, because it has a special new type of material that it's 3D printed with. It's no longer like nylon or carbon PLA. This is actually PCT PE. And it has carbon fiber top plate and bottom plate. We also have these AOLOS series motors in here that are driving 4S battery, and I'm running a 1550 on here today. That's going to be super fast. But this is way different and way faster than the foam bumpered style 3-inch Cinewhoops that we had in the past. They were kind of cumbersome. They had some washout, which means the flight controller would trip out when you did a power loop with it. And this one, guys, this one, I won't say it flies like a 5-inch, but it is extremely fast, and it has a ton of camera tilt here with this TPU front plate. And we're going to talk about all this when we come back from the flight break, but most importantly, guys, I just want to see you, I would love to see your comments down below on what you think this flies like, because I think that the tune is great on here, and I want you to see this thing in action. So let's go ahead and fire this baby up. This is going to be the fastest Cinewhoop you've ever seen on the channel to date. And so cool from Freezillion. Thumbs up, buddy. Here we go. Let's do some flying with this awesome Racewhoop30. Here we go. All right, guys. I'm not even sure you're actually ready for this, because you have never seen a Cinewhoop fly this fast. Now check this out through these trees right here. We've gone through here a million times. I feel like I'm flying 6S right now. I'm not even on 6S. I'm on 4S, and I still can't believe this is a Cinewhoop. I've never seen any Cinewhoop move this fast. It's crazy. That was my first battery. Now, back on the sticks, really nice track and load to the ground. Right there, I lost it, kind of hit, tumbled, and saved. And it's ridiculous. Like, I feel like I'm flying like a little 3 or 4-inch quad here. The scale is not relative to how powerful and fast this little guy is. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It stops and snaps and turns, changes direction like a race quad would. So I think Racewhoop is definitely the right title for this quad. Now, out in the field, the big air flying, it moves across the field pretty fast. A lot of times when I'm out here and I'm flying different quads that have a larger battery on it, something like 6S, I can cover a lot of ground really fast. I flew a really rad giant freestyle quad from iFlight a while back, and that quad ripped across this field. But here I am again, and I feel like I have tons of control with the tune on here. The tune feels good. The sticks are really responsive, and with this kind of camera tilt, yeah, you can see how much speed we're going to get out of this quad. There was a little bit of a kind of a snap there when I came back around from that backflip, but it kind of locks into place when you come around, even in acro mode. But look how fast we're going through here, you guys. This is insane. Like, it's just, I did not expect this from a Cinewhoop at all. and I'm coming down this road that I've gone down a million times. We're just freaking hauling butt through here, just ripping through here. On analog, this camera is great too. The CADDX Racewhoop30, I can see everything through here. Almost flying into the rocks. I'm going so fast down this road. And imagine this quad on 6S down that road. I mean, race quad? Yeah. Race whoop? Yeah, all day long. I didn't know this was even a category. It's crazy. And honestly, I didn't want to freestyle a lot with the quad. I just wanted to go fast. That's what this quad wants to do. But up high is where we can really see that jello. And there, I'm not getting any washout. I'm not getting any tumble with this flight controller. I might see a tiny bit of jello at the top end up there, and that's what I'm looking for up high like this. We always fly up high and check the tune, but mostly it looks about 90% good here. So the tune is really good. So fast, responsive, great tune. It's going to be crazy durable. I did not crash it into the concrete, thank God, or my van, because I came very close to my van. It is ridiculously fast. I mean, I might even say this thing does 80 miles an hour. I bet the 6S one would probably do 90. It's probably faster than the DJI FPV drone. And look at that, close to the ground again. Really nice straight ahead tracking. And crazy yaw snap. Look at that yaw snap. Feels like I'm flying like a 4-inch there again. Like just really nice start and stop on the motors. And I'm excited about this quad. I haven't been this excited about a Cinewhoop in a while. Look at that nice little split S there, back under the trees. Man, it tracks so well. And if you want a longer flight time, you can use something like a 1550. I was using some 1300s here, and I think you're probably going to get around 4.5 minutes on a 1550. So if you do something like a 6S, say 1550, yeah, you're going to get a little longer flight time. And the 6S version will get you a longer flight time. But right here, I'm topping at about 3 minutes, just really ripping on a 1300. But still, even at the low end of the battery right here, I'm down 13.8. I'm still got tons of speed here. Freaking loving this Racewhoop. A whole new thing to me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this flight test. I mean, it felt like I needed a seatbelt with this thing. It's totally crazy. So let's go back to the studio and let's talk about this guy on the bench. Here we go. All right, guys, there she sits on the scale with a 4S 1550 battery. That one's going to get you the best flight time, I believe. If you're running 6S, you can do something like a 6S 1050 battery. That's going to be a good weight for a really fast experience. If you wanted to go super fast, you can run this on 6S if you get the 2800 kV motor version like I have here. If you're going to get the 4S version, that's going to be the 3600 motor version. And these are 2105.5 motors, but not bad, 510 grams. If you're going to add a GoPro, it's definitely going to put you up there a little heavier. But good news is that this Freezillion design is amazing out in the field. It is fast, it's responsive, the tune is super sweet, and upon takeoff, it was like I was flying some kind of a 3 or 4 inch quad. It felt really nimble, and it had plenty of extra power. If you want to have that extra power at the high end of the throttle, get the 6S version, because it screams on 6S. And this is just immediately so much different than anything else I've flown on the channel, because this is a larger pusher style quad that I'm used to flying. And this is great that somebody took notice of this class and category for a pusher style design. I'm very happy that he came up with this design, because mostly we've only seen this on 2.5 inch and 2 inch quads for pushers. So it's cool to see it at this scale. You can see this bends just a little bit here. It gives a little bit. And again, I thought this was TPU here, but this is TPU, but this is not. This is a new material and very durable. And I can feel that it is hollow in there. And it just gives just a little bit. But I love the design overall. It seems like a football helmet. I mean, this baby is really, really stout and punky. And these do appear to be two-piece, unless there's a slot right here that I'm not seeing. This looks like it actually might be individual, because there appears to be a standoff that goes through here and connects, and you can see a line, dividing line right there on both sides. So that's good news. If you break one of these, you don't have to replace both sides. You just have to pull the motor off one and put a new one on here. And I'm sure Hglrc is going to have new parts available soon for this guy. Even though it just came out today, we have a wheelbase on this guy of 147 millimeters. So it is around the same size as some of the other soft duct Cinewhoops, the vertical mounted style motor Cinewhoops. But so cool that this is an inverted motor design. They're running Gemfan D76 5-blade props here with that top lock nut like you saw on the Recon 6. So that is a repeat thing they're doing here, which is kind of cool. And this is a props out configuration as well, if anybody was noticing. It's left turn in the rear. Usually we have right turn in the rear, which is kind of a standard quad setup, but they wanted this one to be a little bit smooth for filming as well. And in my opinion, I feel like they could have done an adjustable camera mount somehow, maybe put a sliding option here for this to go back and forth to give us a different tilt, because it does appear that we're locked into about 30 to 35 degrees here. So quite a bit of tilt, but that's just going to make you go ultra fast. If you want to change that, you're going to have to figure out a way to do it. And I'm not sure that we can. It looks like we might be locked into that unless Hglrc is going to sell different versions of this mount, which would be really nice. I think they should sell maybe a 15 degree one, 20 degree, and maybe 30 degree, or 35 for you guys that want an extreme angle. But I'll tell you, with that kind of tilt, you're going to move. You're going to go really, really fast, especially on 6S. And this is the analog version. They do have a DJI version as well. I have a 350 milliwatt Zeus VTX on here, running a UFL connector off of it through the back right here to this hammer antenna. This is a 5.8 hammer antenna back there. And I have my XM Plus coming out. You can see the XM Plus in there. The wires come out right here, run up this TPU mount and through these up into these posts. So I had no problem with failsafe. That was not a problem. It also has a side mount battery. So when you go to mount your battery, it's gonna be like this. And it's not going to be in the way of the GoPro or whatever camera you decide to put on it. It's going to have plenty of clearance here between the battery and whatever camera you put on. So that's really nice as well. But all the way around, it's a really nice design. And it's kind of exciting that you have the option to do 4S and 6S and have a pusher style fast quad and stable quad for cinema or race or freestyle. Honestly, again, this one does freestyle just as good as the Hglrc Crown or better. Again, I don't think it's going to freestyle as good with the additional weight of a GoPro on there, but if you want to freestyle, take the GoPro off and you'll have a really sweet ride. 28 amp ESCs with a peak of 35 amp at 10 seconds. And I don't know if that's any different between the 4S and 6S version, because that ESC setup is capable of running from 3 to 6S on there. 4 bolts holding each motor on. And you can see there, let's just zoom in there. You can see my 2105, 2800 kV motors. And I gotta tell you, the coils look really good in this motor. The stator looks nice and thick. The magnets feel smooth. And still am in disbelief that we have a quad this size with a pusher setup. And it's just groundbreaking. 147 millimeter from motor to motor on this wheelbase as well. And I love the recessed USB-C port right there. It took me a second to figure out where that was, because I was looking on the bottom. I was looking for a port on the bottom. And again, we have this carbon plate on the bottom. I kind of wish there was some kind of bumper on the bottom of this Maybe the production version will come with a bumper. There might be a 3D print you can put on the bottom here in case you do a concrete bounce. That would be super nice to protect that carbon plate. But this design, I gotta tell you, if you're still hanging with me, this one is more efficient of a quad for the airflow versus the original Cinewhoop with the vertical motors. I'd like to see more companies come out with a pusher, a 3-inch pusher, because, well, instead of the airflow being sucked in from the very top and then going all the way through the bottom, it's actually still being sucked in through the top, but the exiting airflow doesn't go all the way through the duct. It only comes out partially right here, just barely touching this duct. So that makes this quad way quieter and way more efficient. So I would say this is about half as loud as a traditional vertical mount Cinewhoop. So big noise reduction with this one. It still sounds like a quadcopter, and she screams at full throttle, but it is quieter for sure. So this one, as it sits, this one analog version comes in on Hglrc's website around $300. The digital version is around $450 at the maximum price, and that might be with Crossfire. But I'll put the links down below so you guys can check this out. Banggood has them up today as well, and I'm seeing that Banggood has it up for $309 for the analog version. You can get a variety of different receivers, Crossfire and XM Plus, and $419 for the HD version on the Banggood website. So not a bad deal. 4 or 6S version. Let's check the 6S version. That one is still $419. Same price for the 6S version and the 4S version. So no difference in price. In my opinion, I go for the 6S. And I'll put some batteries down below for you guys to try out that I recommend for this particular quad. This baby is fast and it's a freaking awesome design. So yeah, 2 thumbs up. And I have to say an honest 5 stars from me for this guy. So you can check out the links below, guys. Enjoy your day, and hopefully you're flying something out there. Be sure to subscribe and comment down below on this video to get to win our Novice 4 coming up. So pretty awesome and very, very exciting, guys. Take care. I'll see you on the next one.